Many times, you need to assign the result of a step in your data analysis to a variable so that you can use that result in the next step. For example, if you need to group data so that you can summarize it, you will have to pass the data to the group by function. Then the result of the group by function will be assigned to a variable. You will use that variable in the summarize function. Generally, for analysis that requires multiple steps, the output of a preceding step becomes the input of the current step. Depending on the number of steps required to complete the analysis, you may end up with many variables in the environment. Sometimes this is not desirable, especially if those variables do not serve any other purpose. In this example, in the first step, the result of grouping the iris dataset by the species column have been assigned to the variable grouped_iris. The second step summarizes grouped_iris by applying the mean function over the sepal.length column. It is possible to avoid creating this variable grouped_iris. All you need to do is, in this second step, we'll replace this variable with the code that generates this result. This way, we will have just one line of statement that solves both steps. One problem with this is that your code could become very difficult to read. For example, if we had a step that generated this iris dataset, it is also possible to replace this data with that code that generated iris dataset. You could go in too deep and the code becomes difficult to read. A pipe is an operator that allows you to pass the result of one step to the next step in a way that is readable. You can use the pipe operator to pass the result of one function to another function, and the pipe operation works for all the functions in the tidyverse family. This statement uses pipes to complete all the steps. The iris dataset becomes the first argument to the group by function. The result of the group by function becomes the first argument to the summarize function. This code is much more readable thanks to pipes.